In this video, I'm going to show you how you can write the perfect email subject line. Your email subject line is probably one of the most important components of the entire email marketing campaign. As if your email subject line doesn't capture enough people's attention, then no one's going to open your email in the first place, which means the content of your email is pretty much irrelevant. So I have a few tips and best practices which you should follow to ensure you're going in the right direction. So my first tip and first strategy is to keep it short and sweet. Email subject lines will get cut off if they're too long, particularly on mobile devices. And with up to 77% of email opens taking place on mobiles, I highly recommend that you keep your email subject line below 60 characters. This will ensure that people who are scanning the inbox can read your entire email subject line. So as you can see from the image on the left, when you have a short subject line, it's very easy for the user to see exactly what the email is about. However, if your email subject line is too long, like shown on the phone in the right hand side of that image, then as you can see, a lot of the email subject line will actually get cut off. Number 2, don't make false promises. Your email subject line is making a promise to your reader about what you're going to deliver in your actual message. So make sure you're good on that commitment. And don't try to get your email open by making false promises. I've seen a lot of people do this in the past. They will say, get 20% off my services, get the coupon code inside. You open up the email and there's no coupon code whatsoever inside that email. All this actually does is result in a higher open rate, but you actually get a lot of people unsubscribing, and your unsubscribers will not be very happy with you, as you basically misled them. So remember, when it comes to your email subject line, please do not make any false promises. And I know this sounds pretty straightforward, but believe me, so many people actually go ahead and do it just because they want a high open rate. Number 3, start the email with an action-orientated verb. Now, this one is super important. Subject lines are similar to call to actions in that you want the language to inspire people to click. Subject lines that begin with action verbs tend to be a lot more enticing and as a result perform a lot better. Actionable subject lines also help inspire people to click on your email by instilling urgency and excitement. For example, imagine you are emailing your list to let them know about a special guest that you have coming onto your Q&A session that you host every week. The person joining you next week is someone called Sam, who is a renowned Twitter marketing expert. You could simply email your list and use no action-orientated verbs in your subject line and say something like, Sam joins us next week for the Q&A. Or you can use an action-orientated verb at the start of your email subject line and say, ask Sam anything in next week's Q&A. Which one do you think is going to get someone more excited and thus open your email? Well, hopefully you said the bottom one. The bottom one uses the word ask, which helps the reader envision themselves asking a special guest a question. So as you can see, using action-orientated verbs in your subject line can really make a big difference. Number 4, use numbers. A lot of businesses send emails with vague statements in the subject line and they don't actually get that much responses. For example, let's imagine you wrote a blog post on your website which is about Facebook ad tricks to boost sales. If your blog consisted of 5 tricks, then you could actually make your email subject line say, 5 Facebook ad tricks to boost sales. Here's another example. If you're hosting a webinar to showcase your business's offering, you could simply send out an email to your list with the email subject line saying, join more than 100 others on this webinar. This one is really good as we actually start this one with a verb as well, which is the word join, and it includes the number 100, which is obviously a number as well. So we actually get 2 components across in this email subject line. So in essence, using numbers helps create a clear and straightforward message about your offer. This is why it's such an effective email marketing practice, just like the title of this video that you're watching right now. Everyone is using numbers these days, and it's simply because it works so well. Number 5. Ask compelling questions. Asking a question in your subject line helps to quickly draw in readers, especially if you're asking a question which you know is relevant to the person you're emailing. Let's imagine that everyone who signed up for your email list is interested in SEO. If this is the case, then you could send out an email with the subject line saying, are you making these SEO mistakes? ? Or you could say, do you know what your website is doing wrong? ? Asking questions is a very good tactic because questions feel incomplete and inspire the reader to look for an answer, in your case, which is opening your email. It sounds straightforward, but once again, trust me, it works wonders. Number 6, don't capitalize the start of every word. Think about it. When you send an email to one of your friends or family, do you capitalize the start of every letter in the email subject line? You most likely don't. So why would you capitalize every word in an email marketing campaign? A big goal of email marketing is to appear as if we are not marketing to our users, as let's face it, no one wants to be marketed to, right? We automatically switch off and block out all marketing related activity as soon as we figure out we're being marketed to. This is why using an email subject line such as 10 unsaturated ways to make money online will almost always outperform 10 unsaturated ways to make money online. And as you can see, the main difference between these is that we have a capital letter at the start of every word. So a capital U on unsaturated, capital W, capital T, M, and O. So this one, like I said, is a lot more unnatural and doesn't really happen in the real world. And this also applies to using capital letters as well. You really want to avoid using capital letters in your email subject line, as it can very easily come across as if you are shouting. And of course, who wants to be shouted out? I mean, no one. Number 7, add scarcity or FOMO. So for those who don't know, FOMO stands for fear of missing out. Now, I don't want to freak you out, but humans have a deep fear of missing out on literally anything. So email subject lines threatening scarcity, i.e. hurry before it's too late, tend to perform really well. So let me go ahead and give you 2 examples. Imagine you are running a sale on your services or products. You could email your list and literally say, limited time offer on X, and whatever X would be, whether that's your consultations, your products, and so on. Limited time, that means this sale is not going to be on forever. There is a limited amount of time. So people have to act now, otherwise they're going to miss out. If you do offer phone consultations, then you can also send an email to your list of subscribers and say, one-on-one consultations, only 5 spots left. These are both great ways to add scarcity and get the readers to take action, which in your case is going to be opening the email. Number 8, use statistics. In our age of analytics and data, statistics have become a great way to provide proven, objective information. Using a simple statistic in your subject line offers a straightforward insight whilst also piquing curiosity. So let me go ahead and give you an example. Let's imagine you offer mobile optimization as a service, which is basically the process of optimizing a website to make sure it looks great on mobile devices too, and not just on desktops. Well, a subject line you could use could be 25% of companies invest in mobile optimization. This is automatically going to gauge the interests of businesses who have not invested in mobile optimization, as they will read that subject line and will be like, wait, why haven't I invested in mobile optimization? Am I missing out on something? They'll be super curious to see what these other 25% of businesses are doing, which means opening your email. Number 9, review your inbox. So another great strategy you can use to come up with some great email subject lines is to simply review your personal inbox and have a look at what emails you've opened yourself. For example, this is my personal inbox, and you can see I've got a few emails up in front of me. However, I haven't opened all of the emails I've received. Why? Simply because the email subject line was not that enticing, it wasn't that engaging, it didn't really create any sense of urgency that I had to open it right now. So let me go ahead and walk you through why I opened the emails I did, and I'll give you my thoughts on what I believe they did really well. So we have the email at the top from Google Play. Joshua, get up to 80% off this Black Friday. I mean, this one in particular is a pretty good email from Google. However, I spent a lot of money last Black Friday, so I didn't really want to spend any more. So I thought it's best if I don't open that email. The email below from a company called Cloudways, which is a hosting company. You're invited. Agency gurus discuss state of the agency market in 2020. So this email was pretty good. It said you are invited. So I felt as this email came across really personal and that it was sent to me on an individual basis. Of course, it wasn't sent, it was probably sent to a massive email list. However, as it said you are invited, which is extremely personal, this one worked really well. Below that, we have an email from Stephanie from Bright Local. Educate new clients on local SEO the right way. Has a little emoji at the end right here, which is pretty cool to see. However, that didn't really do anything for me. We've got one from Ticketmaster, your weekly guide to new gigs and events. Okay, I'm not really interested in that anyway. I've got one from Jamie. Have you tried editing business data in the SERP? This is a question which is actually really good. However, I have actually tried this and I'm fully aware of this, so this one wasn't actually that applicable to me. But again, this is an example of a really good email, which is asking a question which I covered earlier on in this video. Then below that, we have an email again from Stephanie. So she seems to email me quite a bit. I can actually see her name down here as well, which is quite interesting. But anyway, this email says top local SEO blogs 2020 revealed, and it has an emoji of a trophy right here at the end. And you can see the email actually says who claimed the top spot, and it's a question mark. So this email is one I actually opened, and as you can see, it does a lot of things really, really well. The first thing is it says top local SEO blogs 2020 revealed. So they have a number in this. They have the word revealed in the email subject line as well. Again, this done really well to gauge my curiosity as I was wondering, hey, what are these top local SEO blogs? They've now been revealed. Was they never revealed before? So this is really, really well done. And of course, the email itself starts with a question, which, as you know, has a big impact on getting your email open. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but this is just an idea to give you, definitely go into your email inbox and have a look at the emails you've opened, have a look at the ones you haven't opened, analyze it, and then learn from that and apply it to your email marketing campaigns. So that is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.